Hello, friends and neighbors. I'm Brad Dulaney, the new lead pastor here at Blacksburg United Methodist Church. I want to give you an update as to where we stand and where things are headed regarding in-person ministry amid this continued pandemic here on the Church Street campus. Our leadership has been guided by 5 pandemic values, and from these, plans are emerging to build a bridge to in-person worship here in the sanctuary. These 5 values are: first, to keep people safe. Regarding that, our Healthy Church team is a group that's dedicated to monitoring COVID rates in our community, as well as outlining safe ways for us to return and time frames for us to return to in-person ministry. This team felt it unwise to open our doors for public worship until we see what's going to happen to our local rates of infection after the students return here to campus and public schools restart. Because we are committed to trying to keep people safe as much as we can. Our second value is to care for those who are vulnerable. A July survey of the church discovered that many of our more senior members are some of those who are longing to return to in-person worship. But those over the age of 60 are in fact at higher risk of severe illness and medical complications due to COVID. We just don't feel comfortable inviting these demographics into contact with newer people who are recently coming in from outside the community who may indeed be carriers. The third value is to connect people in community. We have learned that these same vulnerable populations are also feeling more isolated. Our church's care team, along with the pastors and staff, have been developing strategies to improve our outreach to homebound and quarantined members. And with students returning to campus, we are expanding our small group ministries this fall in order to help connect more people in community. If you're interested in helping either with the small groups or the outreach to shut-ins, please do contact Pastor Jennifer. Our fourth value is to stay involved with the greater community. The truth is, we cannot circle the wagons, so we have to continue to stay invested. We have developed an intentional plan to restart our Fund 143 ministry with the children of the Blacksburg Estates neighborhood, beginning again this fall. These plans include the rental of an outside tent to permit the safe, socially distanced tutoring and mentoring to begin. We will need additional people to step up and help tutor these young people. Please contact Robin Fitzgerald if you're interested in serving, or just reach out to our church office. We'll have additional opportunities also to give and to serve in the coming few weeks. The fifth value is to spark creativity and innovation. If you've been connecting with us online over the past months, you'll clearly see how all of our ministries have been striving to adapt with new and innovative approaches. This leads me to the plans for this fall. We are going to be building a bridge to in-person worship. Through the recent survey, we've heard from you that while you appreciate what we're doing with online worship, there are other aspects of worship that you really miss. These bridging activities are going to help us fill in for those missing parts and to prepare us for eventual in-person services. We're looking to offer opportunities for large group music making, for fellowship events, for the blessing of the backpacks, for youth ministry gatherings, for opening the sanctuary here for prayer, potentially even a creative way of offering Holy Communion. Meanwhile, the Healthy Church team will learn about our collective behaviors through these bridging events, all the while monitoring local COVID rates and working to finalize and approve the plans for in-person worship. I just have to say, I know how frustrating and disheartening this entire experience is for all of us. We yearn to be together. I long to see your faces gathered here in person in this room. But as I walked around downtown this week and saw the sidewalks filled with people, saw the restaurants bustling with diners, a town which for the past few months have been very quiet, is suddenly bursting with life. As I was just walking downtown, taking all this in, my heart told me, you know what? I think we're taking the right approach. let's give this some time to see what's going to happen locally. And in the meanwhile, we'll focus on creative activities that can help bridge us to in-person worship and continue the work of making disciples. So friends, join with me. Let us join with each other as we seek in the coming weeks to build a bridge to in-person worship here at Blacksburg United Methodist Church.